"15 years old, and I had every creature comfort a girl could want. I had my own room, a queen-size bed, purple shag carpet, a color TV, and a sunset mural on my wall. In the backyard, we had a pool behind our modern A-frame house in a great upper-middle-class neighborhood, and a boyfriend my parents did not like. Was I stubborn? Blind? A bit of both? Who knows? But what I do know is the day I left home, I took 3 things with me. My garbage bag full of clothes, my father's last words predicting a very bleak future, and my response, "Screw you, I'm gonna be a lawyer." And with that, I turned and I walked away from my family home, and I built the toughest exterior I could imagine because I had no clue what was about to come my way. Could I have turned back? Yeah. Did I? No. I'd convinced myself I had no choice. So off I went, this terrified little girl with the can't hurt me attitude and not a clue how I would survive. I learned to live small and hide in plain sight because if you can't see me, you can't hurt me. I was agreeable, never confrontational, especially in a world filled with drugs and violence. I was resilient. I went to school, I worked, and I found places to live. I knew who could protect me and who couldn't. I became the chameleon. I could be any person I needed to be in any given situation. And I lived inside my head a lot, thinking about where I was, where my life was going, and the place I used to belong. It took 5 long years, but I literally escaped with my life. And as I turned to walk back towards my family home, I was still that scared little girl with the can't hurt me attitude. Only this time, I'm hoping for a happy family reunion. I'm hoping we can just pick up where we left off. But I was wrong. My sisters, they grew up without me. My family moved on without me. And just like that, that one place I knew I belonged was gone. So I took stock of my resources and I gathered my wits because there was no way I was going to live small. No, this time I had something to prove. We moved forward, my family and I. I got married. I had 2 boys. It was always tough, but somehow I made it work. And I never, ever forgot the defiant promise I made to my dad. And at the age of 37 years old, this 15-year-old teenage runaway with nothing more than a high school diploma, 2 teenage boys, and not enough money, got accepted to law school. And my first thought, baby, I am back. I am back to the place where I should have been if only things had been different 25 years earlier. So why did I still feel like I didn't belong? I'd survived. I'd beaten the odds. So I went back inside my head and I went searching for answers. And this is what I've learned. I've learned that belonging doesn't come from titles, accolades, my fancy lawyer robes, or my purple shag carpet. No, it's not what you have or don't have, what you've done, what you haven't done. And it doesn't come from living up to everybody else's expectations. Because I promise you, my friends, when you do that, you leave little pieces of yourself behind every single time. No, belonging comes from our ability to be resilient, our capacity to learn, and the power that comes from rewriting our stories, from reframing our narratives. It is not something you go searching for like a buried treasure. Because as Brené Brown said, true belonging only happens when you finally introduce your authentic, imperfect self to the world.